It always starts with the Loki face. Because I am a man of mischief, and I am a man of mischief because I am dancing. I spent the best part of 2 years and the best part of 35 years trying to figure out how to talk to you. But my real deal is, I just talk. I just talk. Some people I was working with were making fun of me. They have a 4-year-old daughter, just graduated into conceptual fluency. My absolute favorite time to talk to kids. And they were laughing at me because I talked to her like a grown-up, but I talk to all children like grown-ups, including babies, including infants. I talk to dogs like as if they were grown-ups. I talk to the cat behind me. Ebony is constantly trying to dominate me, and I dress her down in father tongue exactly the same way I would if she were some bully on the schoolyard. And it's completely ridiculous for me to talk to her in that way, and yet it's completely sane, because in expressing my father tongue objections to my cat's dominance, I am expressing myself equally well, admirably well in mother tongue, and you better believe she gets the mother tongue. And she's kudzu, she's bamboo. I have to chop her back every once in a while, but I know how to do it, and I do it just as if I were chopping back a human being, and it works exactly the same way, and it works just as well. She can't understand the father tongue, but she sure can understand the mother tongue, and the same thing is true for an infant or a toddler, and it's very much true for a child, because a child really can get the father tongue, or some of it, or most of it, everything that matters. The mother tongue will fill in the gaps, and baby talk is for morons. The baby talk is for the person, for the adult baby who's issuing it. It is of no benefit whatever to the child. I talk to everybody that way. I just talk that way all the time, and that's what I want to do. That's all I want to do. That's all I ever want to do. That's all I ever really do. And when I do it, that's all I'm doing, and that's what I want to talk to you about. Earlier this week, I found myself saying to be is to do. This is good poetry. This is good poetry. But then I amended it to say to be is to do. But to do is to dance. At the same time, I wrote a little coda. Living things dance, dead things don't. If you're not dancing, you're dying. And that's true, and it's good poetry. It's all good poetry. But it doesn't matter. I don't care. Because I'm not interested in dying. All I'm interested in is dancing. All I'm interested in is dancing. And that's what you should be interested in. I don't should anybody. I don't tell anybody what to do. That's my big promise. I don't tell anybody what to do. I tell everybody what to do. And what you should do is dance. What you should do is dance. That's all you should do is dance. And I'll tell you what dancing is. Don't be an asshole. Don't be literal. Don't quibble with me. God, I hate quibbles. Don't waste my time. Unless you're a cat, don't waste my time. And if you are a cat, waste my time charming, or else gone from my lap anyway. But what dancing is what you're doing. When you're doing it so well and so perfectly and so beautifully and so gloriously that you just can't think about anything else. You can't even think about what you're doing. You're just doing it when you're not doing anything else. This is the state of mind I call splendor. There are a lot of different ways I can define splendor, and full splendor, full-on splendor, splendor as a full-time mental condition is a big job. But if you want to know, if you want a postcard, if you want a quick glimpse, if you want an easy reading guide to splendor, take a look at what you're doing when what you're doing is so much fun, so much a part of everything you are, so much an expression of your full, undiluted, undivided, complete, perfected identity when you are being most you. What is it that you're doing? Whatever that is, whatever it is that you're doing, that thing, that activity, that event, that thing that you're doing, that's dancing to you. That's what you're doing when you're dancing. And you should do that as much as you can. Whatever it is, you should do it as much as you can. You should do it as often as you can. Every chance you have to dance like that, you should take it. Because that's all there is to being alive as a human being. That's all that really matters. Your time is your sole capital, but your profit with that time is the time that you spend dancing. Not a dissipation, don't be an asshole. Not even sex display behavior, which is what I would normally call it. That's what dancing is when human beings are really dancing, when they're moving their butts and moving their feet. They're doing the vertical mambo to ascertain whether they want to do the horizontal mambo, and every other form of dance that you see is derivative from this. This is the purpose of dance. This is the ontological, anthropological, physiological, psychological. It is the teleological and ontological purpose of dance is sex role, sex display behavior. But don't be an asshole. Don't quibble about that either, because we're not talking about that. What we're talking about is joy, is delight. We're talking about an attribute of reality that is common to all mammals. This is one of the things that we can point to among mammals, but also birds and other organisms. To all organisms, really, all organisms play in one way or another, but we're very much aware of how mammals play because it's so cute, it's so adorable that when new kittens are off mama's tit for a while and they have a chance to play, it's just so gorgeous. When puppies play, oh my God, when puppies play, they play for weeks. I mean, they just do nothing but play for weeks. And then dogs play for the rest of their lives. Every organism we can name has a playful spirit that it exhibits, with one exception. The one that sings the blues, the one that has bad news, the one that says shouldn't, mustn't, can't, and don't, the one that can do everything but won't. That's you, sucker. That's me, dang it. But it's wrong. And I don't care about wrong. I don't care about death. I don't care about pain. I don't care about misery. I don't care about any of that. I care about dancing. Dancing. Whatever it is that makes you dance, that's what you should be doing. That's the should that I'll should you with. The biggest should of all. Whatever it is that makes you dance, that's what you should be doing. And I know you can't do it all the time. Everybody's got other things to do. You gotta feed the body before it can dance. You gotta do all the dirty, nasty jobs that go into feeding the body. You gotta live up to all your other responsibilities. But here's a trick. One of the things that makes me me, definitely, but one of the things that makes my way of thinking better, in my opinion, is that I'm always dancing. I don't ever do ugly chores. I don't ever lose, but I don't want to think about losing, and so I don't want to talk about winning. I just want to talk about dancing, that when I'm doing this, I'm not doing anything else. And why can I be so visceral? Why can I be so emphatic? Because I'm not doing anything else. I'm just doing this. I'm dancing, but everything I do is like this. If I'm doing dishes, I'm dancing. If I'm driving my car 1,600 miles at a time without sleep, barely stopping to pee, I'm dancing. I'm having a good time doing it. I'm doing it all the way. I'm putting everything I have into it, whatever it is that I'm doing. And if I'm not willing to put everything I have into it, if I'm not willing to dance while I do it, then I do something else instead. And if you organize your life that way, then you can dance all the time, everything you do. Everything you do can be dancing. Everything can be dancing. And for all of me, why would you want to do anything else? I'm so grateful to you for letting me poke you with these sharp, sharp sticks. But it's a way I have of getting you to dance. Just get up and dance or I'll poke you again. That's the Loki face and that's the Loki in me. My name is Greg Swann. The site is selfadoration.com. The book is Man Alive, Man Alive, Man Alive, Man Alive Dancing. Go get it and get everything else you want with it. Bless you. Thank you so much.